Спасибо, родненькая, я уже стримлю.
Только здесь не цельно, пополам.
Да-да, я понял, спасибо большое. Да, сегодня, по крайней мере, так вот не лагает интернет. То есть нажимаю, оно быстрее намного реагирует.
Он даже настроил все-таки.
Я не знаю, я ничего не делал.
Как это? Ты делал огромную перезагрузку компа?
А, нет, я просто его проверял полностью на вирус, но ничего не нашло.
Я думаю, что-нибудь там...
Не знаю, что там, видимо, произошло. Так, ладно, стримаем. Так, что у нас там было? Ну, 40 минут.
Закрыть?
Пока нормально. Hi. Hi, Velikot. What's up, man? Trying to see the results. Keimer beat Anton. Wow. Yeah, suddenly black is winning, yeah. B6. Tactics. Perfect tactical vision by the youngster. Hi warped, hi hi. So what do we got? I'm gonna wait for the arena. Вайташек beat Eduard in... Wow. Interesting. Okay. 90 beat Harry. In what? Another English. My god, are they playing codeless? No, wait, this is the same game. What's going on? That's the same game. I think I saw this game. Oh, nice, just went Kingside expansion. Kingside expansion. Interesting. You're welcome. For what? Are you playing Demodulation #1, Rust FC? What's up, guys? I'm checking out the games from Bill tournament. Okay, it's a draw. Keimer beat Nadic. Draw. Atashek beat Nadic. Yeah, but this is a little rapid and some blitz games, right? Yeah. So Adam Speed Eduard with this. Well, Michael is always very strong in these structures. Yeah, just complete. Or T5 first line, yeah. B5 and suddenly looks equal, but what happens? White is better now. Oh, he just blundered the whole exchange. My god, okay. He just blundered the whole exchange. Anton is not having good tournament. For some reason. Yeah, he was completely winning with white, so what happened? And suddenly it's equal in one move, yeah. He started running with his king, and then rook a8, and black is infiltrating. Black is seriously infiltrating. Okay. Impressive. Okay. Hello, pro commentators Anna and Robert. What do you mean? Hi Dolman, what's up? Hi, I'm like Brian. Which commentators? Where? On chess.com? No, I don't teach. Not anymore. So some people saying chess.com is well, I see Nakamura channel. Wait, do you mean on their official website or something? Let's go. Please arrive early enough so the run can start on time. Wow. Today is International Chess Day, yes guys. So, happy birthday to chess, right? Well, I see Jan Rogers, he's doing the commentary. We see all the young kids. I think Harry is actually one of the oldest guys. No, Adams is, yeah. Alright. The best energy during the play, the best way of getting energy boost. The cacao? Actually, it's just the apple. Link? What do you mean? Title? Спасибо, мистер Льюис. Вас тоже. Alright, while we're waiting, let's play some chess. That's pretty standard. Hippo. So scary. What are you scared of? Hopefully not me. I'm not shaved. Yeah, sorry about that.
No, you're shaved, so there is nothing scared about.
Yeah, okay, so. And. And. Take on c5. Take where? On d4? Why? I'm just demonstrating how solid black position is. Even if you could play like this. White can do much because your knight is going to d4 or to b4. Or you can play f5 here. Because f4 is coming, right? Ah, but I can't really play it. Rook a3. Interesting. Okay. Then bishop at d1. Would I call this opening? I call this opening the hippo. Okay. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Maybe correct. Yeah, my bishop on b7 is gone. Okay. So, you want the rematch? Fine. All right. So who is my subscriber and not in the club? We're doing the club arena today, right? It starts in 25 minutes. I have 4 people so far. Yeah. Yeah, black should play h6 and then c5, because now you can take on f6. And I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe. No, because his pawn structure is absolutely ruined here, yeah. Once I finish my development, black is just strategically lost. He gives me this pawn, so he can play knight b6, fine. Okay. Alright, so how to play here? Well, his queen is probably going to c6, right? So can't really allow that. But that means we have to do what? I kind of like knight h4 here. Kind of like this move. Trying to go, but probably queen c2 followed by rook e1 was the safest choice. I mean, knight c4, knight f4 check, right? Queen g4, queen h3 is a draw. So rook e1 was, you know, standard move. Very standard move. Надеюсь, сейчас турнир начал сильно наличес. Okay, good for him. А, то есть конь f4 опять я забыл. Ой, только что говорил, что конь f4 я защитился, сейчас. Окей. Got distracted again. On the other hand, knight f4, g4, queen g4, king f1, queen h3, knight g2, right? So, and if I play rook e1, then it's kind of weird play from this guy. And if I take what? Okay. Why not knight f4 by black instead of knight d7? Why not f4? f4 is king g2. What do you mean? Alright, let's see what tournament he is doing this. I don't see it. Watch. Kind of tournaments. I don't see any tournaments. Okay, Zhigalka, Esquire, 2800, Temp, Grandmaster, Shurik. Supposedly Morozevich plays some tournament here, but I don't know. I don't see it. Okay. Thank you for subscribing, Mr. Coffee Attack. Mr. Darth Vader, what's up? How are you? Hi, Mears. Today was a nice tournament. Well, hopefully there will be a nice tournament today, yes. So let's see. So who I didn't get into the club, who is my subscriber? Let me know. 18 rounds Swiss. Oh, so it already happened? 18 rounds tournament. What was the tournament today? I mean, it was something related to the International Day. Chess International. Worked on Lee chess. Let's see. Second Open, World Chess Day, Chess Limpopo, International Chess Day, Blitz New Shachmat. 11 rounds. Yeah, a lot of tournaments, guys. A lot of tournaments. What about arena tournaments? So what is going on today? You have my arena, which is different, right? Then what else you have here? So I think my arena, and then followed by the daily Chess 960 arena, which is nice, of course. Okay, anti-chess. What else do we have? Crazy House. Titled arena warm up. Oh, there is a title arena. On the 25th, I guess. But this is warm up in 4 days. So there's Bullet Arena in 4 days, my god. That will definitely not go, yeah. See, there's Title Arena, Bullet. Guess we'll join it anyway. We're gonna get mercilessly flagged. It's okay. Monthly. I don't see anything. Alright. We're sent a look. We're one family. And oh, Artemiev played. Oh, there were serious prizes. Wow, I didn't know. My god. I missed the 500 first prize. Ha ha ha, of course. By the way, who is this Maria Zagallo? Who's this guy? He beat actual Artemiev? For real? For real? Mario Zagallo? I've never heard of this guy. Who is this guy? And he registered only July 13th, 2020. Who is this Mario Zagallo guy? My god. Let's go to FIDE website and learn who this guy is. Alright, maybe you'll have to do the space, right? Alright. Alright, let's just do the gala, right? There is no such guy as Zagallo. So I have no clue who this guy is. Because he was playing under the nickname, right? So I have no idea who this guy is. My god. He raised what? Played 18 Blitz games. He went to 28. Joined one team. Okay. I have no idea who this guy is. Fine. Ну, это понятно, что там все блатно играют. Should you also register? Mr. Russ FC, you are not... you're not my subscriber, unfortunately. Yeah, in these prize tournaments, there are always suspicious dudes playing, right? You know, they should actually force everybody in the prize tournaments to play with the camera on, with your name on, so in case you got caught, you will be banned for life. That's it. No more cheating problem. No. Age of Empires нет, но я играл в Age of Wonders. Прекрасная игра была. Okay. So what happens in my arena? We have 5 people in the arena. Starts in 13 minutes. Goes for 2 hours. That means people can join later. That's fine. People can leave. My Twitch username is SJB. SJB. Alright, is this SJB? Almudiak says Zagalo is Mamidyarov? Oh. Alright, that changes things quite a bit. Oh, SJB. Alright. Because, yeah, you're lurking in the channel, man. Alright, now you can join the event. Yeah, that kind of changes things. Mamidyarov, yeah, he can beat almost anybody. And he is not too old yet. I think he's like 10 years younger than me. So he is about 35, 36 now. Well, time flies. Yeah. Actually, 10 years ago, I thought that my professional career was already over. Because 36 is too old. Even though Gelfand was the exception, he won the World Cup when he was 39. And he qualified for the World Chess Championship match against Anand, which happened, I think, 2 years later. So he was about 40-something when he played Anand for the World Championship match. Yeah, but Gelfand is the exception still. And he actually qualified because I didn't kill him in the tie breaks, right? I had +1 and I needed draw with white to qualify for the next stage, but I lost with white in the 4th rapid, and about 10 minutes later I had to play blitz game, and I didn't quite recuperate yet after that painful loss, so I played those blitz games way below my level, and I lost the match. Yes. Tender, no. I was just really upset that I lost the game with white, which is really unacceptable at the professional level. I should be able to score a draw whenever you want at that level. Не в блице. В рапиде 4-я партия, надо было ничью сделать. Можно было пойти просто в Лондон систему и сделать ничью. Но тут меня уговорили пойти e4, и я не стал спорить. И там тоже была сложная партия, но мог сделать ничью, но потом что-то задумался и проиграл, короче говоря, да. Да, слянская была, да, правильно. Ну окей, ладно, это history. So, who else is the subscriber and not in the club? So we have a lot of tournaments here. We have also TCEC. I think it just finished. Yeah, it's finished. So who won in this mega match? Oh, Stockfish beat Lilu. Cool. Stockfish, my girl. You know, if Magnus is gonna call Geary, wait, he called Peter Svidler his boy, and then he called Geary his boy. I have no idea how many kids he have, but apparently he has a lot of kids. So I'm gonna start calling Stockfish my girl. All right. So. All right. So Stockfish my girl beat that pretender Lilu. Yeah. And way to go. Why is Stockfish my girl? Because I use Stockfish in my analysis and my prep, and I've been using Stockfish like for the last 5 years at least. I use Stockfish to do analysis for my book, help me with the analysis at least. And you see, it's now repeated. It's feats and beat Lilu. Yeah, it's my favorite engine. It's my favorite chess engine. That's why I call it my girl. Yeah. Yeah. What about Komodo? No, I don't deal with Komodos. Russian is your other language? Good. Ну, не хочу никакое кино с Голливудом. Ну, ребята, нет, спасибо. Какое кино? Боже мой. Ой. Ух. Кино не будет. There's a Russian phrase that there will be no movie. And it means that it means basically all your plans are cancelled. It's just an expression. Yeah.
From a movie, by the way.
Huh?
It's from a movie, by the way.
Yes, it is from some movie, but it's like everybody is waiting for a movie, right? The movie nights, everybody preparing, you know, and then suddenly somebody comes and says there will be no movie. So that means, and after that it became an expression, which means that everything is failed. Hi Andromeda, what's up, man? Нет, спасибо. Alright, so we have 6 people in the arena. I understand that there is a strong tournament in progress somewhere. Right, let's check it out. What tournaments are in progress? I don't see it. Oh, there's Galako Simul, 158 players, 5-0 standard. What? You play 5-0 Simul? My god. Oh, there is a... Oh, they just finished? Okay. International Chess Day Simul. Okay. Simuls are on Friday for you guys. And Swiss tournaments again. I don't see it. Only 8 got accepted. Ну, при чем здесь отец? Дело должен в отце. Нет, я, кстати, не согласен. Сейчас вышел шикарный фильм, называется Фахим. Всем очень рекомендую. I highly recommend the movie named Fahim. It's a French movie with Gerard Depardieu, and it's a pretty good movie. How do you join the tournament? You have to be my subscriber on Twitch channel, and then you're asked to be asked to join the club, and then once you join the club, you're in. You can participate in all the events. Да, именно, я про это-то и говорил. Но это был не индус мальчик, а мальчик из Бангладеша. То есть разница небольшая, конечно, но для нас, да, для русских, но для них это небольшая разница. Фахим бред? Ну окей, я не согласен. Alright, so some people don't really like it. Что там интересного? Много чего интересного. Good day. Hi, Drod. What's up, man? Хотя бы вспомните свои школьные соревнования. Приятно же вспомнить. Окей. Твоя жизнь — это триллер. Мистер Лювис? Я смотрю, у нас очень активно на русском пишете. Напишите, пожалуйста, на английском, если вы можете. Все-таки у нас англоязычный канал. Hi, Giga. Hi, Giga. Hi, guys. Alright, so we're starting very soon. And we are starting in about 5 minutes. We have 9 people in the arena. That's not bad. Anarchist Order, MC. Alright, you guys... Ну, а зачем сравнивать? Мы просто говорим про фильм. Фильм сам по себе был очень интересный. Okay. Do you play some top engines generally, or just use them for analysis? I usually use them for the analysis. I do play sometimes my very old Houdini 3. And basically just to get into the form before some Blitz event or before the tournament live game over the board, because it kind of tunes me. Yeah, there's such thing as tuning. You'd love to buy an autobiography of FFL by FFL one day. Mr. Tom Draug, I do have 2 volume book available. It's a selection of my best games from different time periods by Thinkers Publisher. If you mention the Chessbra code name to the Thinkers Publishing, you get 10% off, because Chessbra are also the Twitch channel. They're the official partners of the publisher. Okay. Interesting playing Houdini 3. Sometimes play Rebels, Mephisto, Chess Genius. My god, those are ancient. Those are even more ancient than Houdini 3. My god, where did you dig them up? Oh, Mr. Lubis, now you type in English. Good job. Okay. Well, I think a lot of chess players' lives, and not just chess players' lives, everybody's life can be made into a movie.
And another nice movie about chess, Queen to Play.
Ah, but that's older movie. We're talking about the modern movies.
But still it's not wrong.
Да,
It's
если
less
вы
than
знаете,
years.
есть такой фильм, называется Queen to Play, тоже достаточно интересный. Вот. Special DOS program I use it to play old engines. Really? Okay. Now muted. Okay. I have collection of all old engines. Used chess engines 2008, 2014. I would say I use chess engines starting from 1994. Yeah, 1994 and up to the present time. Right? Basically, I still use it sometimes, but I use it. Okay, until last year mostly, right? Окей. Ход королевы Кристофер Ламберт. Нет, это немножко другой, вы путаете.
Шахматистка по-русски.
По-русски вы шахматистка, да?
Французский фильм.
Французский фильм. Alright. Okay, there's a French movie called Queen to Play, but we don't mix them with the Christopher Lambert movie, which was The Night Moves, which was ancient 80s move. The Queen to Play is more modern. Yeah, it's about a woman who discovers the joy of playing chess. Yeah, and the most interesting part that this movie was filmed mostly in Corsica, which is part of France, and we went to that. They have the annual tournament in Corsica. We went there once, and it was pretty nice. But it was a little bit scary. Those guys, like the Corsicans, they're like famous, yeah, for the 80s movies. And the guy, the organizer of the tournament, he actually had a minor role in the movie. And that's how we learned about the movie, because he told us about this. So we came home later, and then we watched the movie. It was pretty good. Hard PC, big many, best hardware PC equipment. No move for the Queen. Yeah, Batesti, correct. Yeah, very good. 80s so good. Yes, 80s not bad. 80s were good. But so were 90s actually. It's just that everything that happened after the 9/11 that really put a damper on the spirit, and we are starting the arena. Good luck, everybody. It's Chebanenko today, right? Everybody knows. It's Chebanenko, d4, d5, c4, c6, knight of 3, knight of 6, a6. This position should be on all boards, alright? Alright, guys? a6, don't forget. Okay. Yeah, I think generally that's just equal, to be honest. But let's see. Let's see if people is gonna prove me wrong. Titles like Diagonal Defoe. The fucking great Chebanenko. I don't know if he was a fucking great, but I think he was pretty good. Okay, in this regard you should always play a5 and undermine the structure. Whenever white plays like this, you should always play a5 and then put the pawn on b6 on the dark squares. That's where the pawns belong. Then you play b6. And now you have all the important squares under control, and white pawns are on the color of his bishop. So black is just very good now. Black is very happy dude. Black is a very happy dude, so I can just take it. Ideally you want this knight on d7 to put him on d6, because this knight has to protect the square. Alright. But white obviously wants to play knight e5, so let's just trade stuff. I mean, we can basically just do that. And this is gonna be equal. This is how black reaches full equality. As you notice, these pawns are no longer targetable by the bishop. So that is kind of important. But you're allowing me to play knight d6. That is... Now black is better. Yeah, it is one move and usually... and it's takeover time. Yeah, you're probably correct. Yeah, just play slowly, but surely. Okay. Yeah, probably don't want to give you knight e4, queen c4, queen a3. That could be the case. So I need to trade these guys. I'm not sure why you let me get to c1. No, c5 is one of the main moves, that is correct. However, when you say that white is better there, I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, this music soothes my soul. Good day, DNZ Fun. Ultimate Passer, what's up? so what is it that he wants? Knight e4 looks good. Maybe some tricks with knight g6 maybe, although I doubt it. Can bring the other knight in now, right? Now we can bring the other knights. I mean, you control the only file which is open, so it's pretty much large advantage for black. I think queen b2 was probably a lot stronger, yeah, but okay. So we're gonna do it. Look, knight c3 is coming, g4, knight f2. Yeah, white has huge problems, to be honest. Huge problems. So knight c3. g4, knight f4. Some hope, I guess. Some hope for white. Oh my god, what did I do? Just allowed him to make a draw. Yeah, okay. You're right. It's pretty much equal now. You're correct, sir. Alright, in the end, he misplayed it, but what can you do? Viewers the best, what? Okay. GG is too close with Mafia. He was forced to win the first prize, someone took his prize instead of him. For real? My god. I don't think he was with Mafia. But he had a lot of gambling best. I stopped playing this line because Topalov played like this against me. I wasn't very happy. Yeah. Well, one important thing is that black has no weaknesses, right? Slightly passive, but no real weaknesses. So that's kind of important. I think I probably misplayed it though with white. Should have just taken e4, played knight d2, knight g5, yeah. Rook a7 is kind of weird. But you should not play knight f6 and allow my knight on e5, that's for sure. This knight on d7 usually goes to f8, to e6, to attack this pawn on d4. Okay. I accept your correction. Bishop f3. So knight can go to g5, yeah? That makes sense, alright. So play knight b6 first. Sort of make sure this rook stays on a7. I always hated it when white plays knight b6 and I have to play rook a7 because now rook on a7 really sucks. Knight on f6 doesn't really belong there. Unless you want to play knight d7, yeah. Okay. Alright, maybe. Maybe. Okay. Then's pretty much equal, yeah. Except that the black pawns are on the light color. But otherwise it's equal. Vincent represents Desi Sound, Bill. In Bill it's just individual championship. In Desi Sound it's the team event. You ended up playing some a4 plus b4 idea and it wasn't that great. I guess it depends. That depends. We're actually gonna go for this idea. And fix this pawn on the 7th. Yeah, I know you don't have much time, man. Sorry about that. But yeah, when you allow this pawn to get that far, it's kind of becoming dangerous for black. For example, you can play stuff like queen d6, even queen d6, I mean. Because the rook is going to e7, right? Now this is definitely bad for black. Okay, so, you know, small advantages is important. Nice to trade with the bishop, yes. But on the other hand, sometimes the bishop on h2 is... it is an art to know when to trade and when not to trade, right? Because in some cases, black really likes to trade those bishops. and in some case he doesn't. Usually I recommend black to get rid of this, like, see this bishop on g4? I usually like to get rid of that bad bishop, because in the end he was bad, right? That's why I trade this bishop for the knight always. Because with the knight you don't care where your pawns are located, but with the bishop you usually do. Well, yeah, not many artists playing chess. Morozevich, Shirov from the past, right? Now we have Dubov. I would consider him an artist. You know, they have some terms for players like that. Like in Russian, they call people a technical player, right? Who likes to have technical positions and play them well. Like they like to call them technic, yeah, technical dude. I don't think that's actually very correct, but yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the reason why I like London system, because I'm playing for black's bad bishop on c8 from the very first move, yeah? I'm trying to lock that bishop on b7, hammer my stuff on the dark squares and be happy. So, on c5 I played two moves, bishop f5, followed by e6, bishop d8, bishop e7, d8, c7, etc., but personally I like g6 plan. So if you guys can dig up my old game against Nakamura in the US Chess Championship, and we played another game, after which I think he was not happy with the... Yeah, you should play h3 first, because I can play knight h5 now. And if you play bishop e5, I'll play bishop g7, I'll gladly trade this bishop. Alright, this is the difference. Yeah, this is the difference. That's why white plays h3 first, it's more accurate, okay? And then you play bishop f4. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna grab this bishop. And I'm gonna play bishop g4 and trade this guy, or actually play knight d7 and e5 now, yeah. Kinda like bishop g4 though, just as I mentioned earlier. I like to get rid of my bad bishop on c8. Trade e5, and black is actually doing very well now, because black bishop is hitting white pawn on d4 very, very directly. Oh, you're just gonna do with this. Alright, let's see how strong is your attack. Let us see it. Yeah, you don't take on d4 so fast yourself, alright? Don't take that pawn so fast. He wants to play f5. And I mean, I can play f5 myself, right? What? I consider this the Chebanenko. This is definitely the Chebanenko. Okay. We're looking at some sacrifices. Bring it. I want to see it. Right? f5, g5, queen g5, you just give me two pawns. I don't think that's good for you. But the bishop g6, then it's just a pawn, right? And if rook f4. And this knight goes to f8. This is standard, it's the best place for the knight, because he protects not only the king side, but again, it goes to e6 and attacks this pawn. whenever ready. So knight on f8 and bishop on g7, this is a classical combination. If you guys go back to the Sicilian Chebanenko that Gary Kasparov played against Karpov, he always had this bishop g7, knight f8 combination. In this case, just bring the queen into the fray, and after this pawn falls, white king will be under direct pressure. Is a6 also good against e3? I played it. I've been known to play that. Grab with rook, because, you know, keeping the squares under control. Grab another pawn. And this is pretty much winning for all practical purposes, but let's see it. Because with the bishop, with the dragon bishop like this, even if white gets this check on h7, king goes to f8, bishop protects the critical squares around the king, right? You can't really trade stuff, man. You're down 2 pawns. How can you trade? How can you trade stuff? I mean, 2 pawns deficit is too much. It's gonna be 3 pawn deficit. Okay. Yeah, very solid. Very solid. Yeah, that's why I played Slav Chebanenko, because it is extremely solid. So we see some people struggling with it. But I think, you know, it's a good practice for you guys. You noticed, you know, look at this position. Black has a great bishop, right? Potentially. I mean, d4, c5, white pawns are so weak, but at the same time, there's the threat of queen c7 going on. And if white gets to the pawn on b7, then the pawns on c6, a6 will be falling. Like rotten apples, yeah. h5, now queen c7, bishop d4, rook f3, and I don't know, this looks very complicated, yeah. It's kind of interesting. Bishop d4, queen d7, bishop e3, knight e5. You have queen g3, then queen e8, and queen h5. So queen goes somewhere, but then queen takes b7, bishop d4, rook f3, and queen c6. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty strange. How you place line squared bishop. Sometimes on the 6, sometimes straight on the 3, sometimes placed on the 5. Yeah, you gotta alternate, man. You gotta alternate. So that pawn goes to e4, and then is a question. So knight b4 probably must be played, right? Knight b4 or rook f5 actually. Rook f5. With idea of knight e5 perhaps, or knight b4. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna show you this a4 line. This is another one of those dangerous lines that you have to know when you play black. And this move is not that great because of this. time and practice, but that's always. That is always like that. And that's the reason why it is very dangerous for white to allow this pawn to go to a5. Because it immediately fixes the square on b6. Yeah, but and black is left with the bad bishop, right? A standard. A standard bad bishop. I mean, in my very first games when I just started playing it, you can check also my rapid game against Alexander Anishuk. e5, probably not. Yeah, I played these positions with no idea. And you can play e5. Now that bishop is really hammered. Really hammered in. Just don't take this knight on d5, I suppose. Just be very careful about that. Because you really want to put this knight on e4. So you have access to d6 and c5 squares, right? Example here. So, and black doesn't even have this square, which he usually does, to keep his have some sort of compensation. I mean, you see the difference between the knights, and this pawn is taking away the square. It's pretty important. Okay, g5. I don't know where it is going, but I suppose it's going somewhere. F4 maybe, some point. Maybe. So I can relieve my queen of the guard duty. So you can put this knight on c5, basically you then win the game. Yeah, Ronian plays a lot of... yeah, he is very gifted, always been very gifted, very dangerous, top player in the world. Very creative. That's what I wanted to say. Aronian was always a very creative player, which was a huge plus, of course. Alright, so queen d2. I like the queen here. It protects all the squares, right? So the bishop can go to d3, knight can go to e1. And as I mentioned before, you will really want your knight on c5. Well, you can take this, then you can take the pawn, yeah, but I want to keep my knights. They're kind of beautiful. My knights are kind of nice. But a pawn is a pawn, right? If you guys remember, there was this great example, like in the kids' book. Great example in the kids' book. I'll show it to you in a second. That's a fantastic example. Fantastic example. My god, I really don't want to give you those knights. No. I'm just fooling around too much, probably. Yeah, knight f7, knight h6, knight e6, it's all winning, but okay. This is not the important part. Oh, yeah, I was going to show you this this position. All right, just quickly. Tools, board editor. Yeah, that's like a really famous position. I think it was knight on c5 and knight on d6 and pawn on a5, right? And pawn on b6, and black has pawns like this, bishop c8, and rook here. And they've been asking who is better in this position. And of course, white is obviously better. Yeah, because black pieces are all bad. Queen b3. Yeah, there is a move queen b3 actually. You're correct. You're correct, sir. There are several ways to play this. You can take and play b5. You can take and probably play b5 immediately. Yeah. The idea is if white plays a4, you sacrifice that pawn. I think I actually had a game like this against Shaba. He played it something like this against me once. But now black is better, I think. See, your bishop is much stronger than this bishop. This queen is actually gonna get hit. It's like in the way. Potentially rook c8 and bishop c2, famous ideas, right? What is creativity in chess? What? Are you serious? Can it be trained? Sure, anything can be trained. But some things you are just given you from nature. The nature mother, or mother the nature, right? My god. However you pronounce it. Some things you cannot just get anywhere. I mean, which is why not all of us are artists, right? Not all of us are great writers. I mean, in general, there are two different kinds of people. Creative ones and just your average regular Joe. Я ничего не слышу, солнышко, когда в наушниках. Сори. Не обижайся. Просто когда я в наушниках, у меня еще там музыка идет. Okay. The chess player's hypothalamus is bigger than London taxi drivers. I've never heard anything strange and weirder than that. I mean, where do you come up with all that stuff? Now, that was creative explanation. Okay. Yes, definitely. Definitely. Definitely Jabavan reports, yes. Well, in general, I think that it has to do a lot with the experimentation, right? When you're younger, you obviously are much more experimentative. And that which brings me to the famous episode of Star Trek with the Picard. Right? Remember that episode where he was given by Q the ability to go into the past, right? So he could change it. I mean, all the timelines, of course, were... that's what he said. All the times, the timeline was strictly only changed for the Picard. Everything else just remains the same. And it was pretty much incredible, yeah? So the point is, when he was younger, he was experimenting, right? He was doing a lot of crazy things. And then if he didn't do those things, yeah, he behaved very safely, etc., then he wouldn't be what he is today, right? So in the end, that's why he said, bring it all back, yeah? Bring it all back. Don't change it. My God. My God. This guy's giving me everything. We accept your gallant behavior, sir. Okay. Bishop c2 is pretty standard, right? Yeah. That is why you have to be careful. That is why if you play the system with the bishop on g2, then you have to play it like Ding did against me. You have to play knight c3, knight d2, and go for e4. That's the only way. I think that's the only way for white to play for an advantage if you're playing bishop g2. Alright, so let me show you how this is done. Yeah, g3 system is actually very dangerous. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you guys. There's this line, which you have to know. I showed Artemian with the improvement, but oh, b5. I don't play b5 here, but okay. In general, I dislike playing b5 for several reasons. One is being that now pawn on c6 is very it's not that great. Okay, let's put it that way. However, all right, let's see it. I mean, I haven't checked this in a long time, so let's see it. It's just in general, I don't like it because this pawn is loose, and then potentially white can sack the piece for these pawns, and then he has a mass of pawns going here. So I thought that was very dangerous. And that's why I don't play it for black. But there's the system with e3 and a4, and then b3, c takes d4, and bishop a3, which was first time played against me in the open tournament by Corey. Yeah, he prepared, and I got into huge trouble. And then I was faced again with it. And the main line I didn't like, so I had to come up with my own solution. And I managed to come up with my own solution to that problem. So I think black is fine, but that leads to incredibly sharp game. And I played a couple of games already like that, so maybe I'll show you guys sometime what I mean. Casa Corley, that was the guy's name. I think after Maurice Ashley, he is one of the most talented Afro-Americans chess players. No, you don't. You never play b4 here. You just don't. Because bishop d2, a3, that will leave this pawn like really weak. So you play knight f6 or something. I don't know, man. Doesn't look right, to be honest. Doesn't look right. Alright, castle first. Always finish your development. Always finish your development. Sometimes you can consider taking this knight on e4, but normally I don't like to part with my light squared bishop and has this bishop really bad. And have this really bad bishop. In this case, just grab this guy. And now you can undermine this whole structure. You see, guys, what I'm talking about? You attack this pawn, and once white captures here, then rook takes, and this pawn on a5, it will be eaten, giving white advantage on the queen side, right? That's why you just need to hold your pawns on a5 and b5, and then if white plays b4, you play a4, and if white plays a4, you play b4. So you gotta keep them as the avant-garde. Well, this is the closed position and the structure, right? And I always felt very, very comfortable with my closed pawn structures. It is a skill that you guys need to learn if you want to play certain openings. Because again, I felt that I was not so good in the structures like Sicilian Najdorf, like open Spanish, right? Those were not what I wanted to get in the opening. So I was looking for the games where I could show my positional understanding, and usually those things, like for example, do black want to take on d4 some point? I don't know. Let's play bishop a5, make sure our queen protects this pawn, prophylaxis, also attacking this queen, right? And now I'm gonna play rook a1, now that he doesn't have bishop d4 anymore. So he can play g5, that is correct. And in this case, we can probably play g3. Or not, it depends. Maybe we can just go for a very fast break in the center. Alright, let's take this pawn. I think I have enough advantage actually here. Not to bother about little things. Bishop e1. Bishop c3 actually. Yeah. Protecting the bishop, but you missed the point behind bishop c3, which is to trade the queen and grab the bishop, right? Yeah, but good try by black to organize the counterplay on the king side. Very good try. In fact, that's how you should play. But obviously, if you have more time, you need to be more careful. But that's how you organize the counterplay. That was actually a good example by black. The requirements: you have to be my Twitch subscriber, you have to be a title player, you have to be a Lead Chess patron to join the club. Once you join the club, you can take part in any events that you want. We have weekly arena. We have weekly simul. And that's already for a start. So in 1 month you get 4 arenas and 4 simuls. And all it takes for you to do that is just to subscribe to my Twitch channel to show your support of your favorite FFL streamer. Grand Prix? Yes, I like Grand Prix attack actually. Oh my god, I just played Bishop f4. Oh, I'm sorry. Mr. Jano, I apologize. I apologize. In fact, I'm gonna offer you a draw because this is not fair. Alright. That is not fair. That is not fair to you, sir. Grand Prix attack, yes. I like it. Why? Because I misplayed the opening. I was supposed to play Slav Chebanenko and I played London System by autopilot, yeah? Yes, Bishop f5, Queen b3, that is the... And now just take on d5. And that is an extra pawn for white. It looks like some compensation for black, but in fact there isn't. Which is, yes, g3, very good. So I used to play this system with g6, but it's not that great because after cd5, cd5, we transpose into the Grunfeld where black has useless move a6. Alright, so this is the new way of playing against g3 system. Actually already played like this, but I played it differently. So now you should take on c4. And then you play g6 and you go for that. I mean, there is a Catalan, right, with g3. I think it's pretty much the same. Yes, a4, right, g6. You're not worried about a5 here because that is not that dangerous for now. And now we are sort of entering Grunfeld territory. Okay. But not like this. And at 95 then. Yeah, this is kind of weird. You don't usually white doesn't play bishop f4. They go for e4 central grab, right? Like in Queen's Gambit. Accepted, or something like a4 or 95 knight takes c4. These are 3 different plans that white usually plays. Bishop f4 is very strange, to be honest. But who knows? Maybe it works. All right, maybe I can just play b5 now, right? Oh, I should have taken c3 first. All right. Yeah, of course. Take on c3, b5. Yeah, and you see the point of pawn on a6, right? Rook has rook a7. The ability to play rook a7 is kind of important. e6. Yes, arguably, white has sufficient compensation for the sacrificed pawn because of the strong center, right? And traditionally black has a bishop on e7 instead of on g7, but I see why not, yeah? And here sometimes you can just play e5. That way you destroy white's pawn center by giving up the pawn, but doubling the pawns, and then you have 3 against here. And just queen c7. Now black is better. Grand Prix attack in classical. I disagree that Grand Prix is only for the beginners. I think Grand Prix attack is actually a very dangerous weapon. if you guys really want to know, we have prepared Grand Prix attack for white in the Sicilian. She played it with a huge success in a lot of games. Huge success, by the way. If you check out my white's game from the Blitz and Rapid World Chess Championship in St. Petersburg from 2018, she was basically killing all those high-titled ladies, right? She was killing them all. Yeah, so Grand Prix attack is very strong, actually. Yes, if you see that your opponent doesn't play Chebanenko, then just offer a draw and go for next game. All right. Yeah. Gavain Jones is very strong. Yes, he is the specialist in the Grand Prix attack, I believe. Although the way he plays it is, I think he doesn't play with the. He plays it slightly differently. Yeah, he plays it like what's this American Grandmaster name? I think he plays it like that. I don't know, Queen d6, right? Just protect the pawn. No free stuff. Who should you look up to check out Grand Prix attack? I think Azerbaijani players were very strong. I think Mamedov played it all the time. There was also the guy. I think Wesley So was almost killed in that opening once. All right, so let's play c5. This is the main line that you guys have to know if you play Chebanenko, because this, yes, g6, h3. Then you have to know what else to do, right? Then you have to check my games against Nakamura with black in the system, and also my game against Shankland, also from the US Chess Championship. Those were the correct setups for black, I believe. I also had an absolutely crazy game against Lenderman. He prepared for my line. He found some really deep idea. But in the end, he misplayed the end game. Yeah, knight h5 I don't think is good, because there's always that trick with g4, right? And this knight is like trapped. So black has to be very careful not to fall for those cheap tricks. Well, I didn't beat Nakamura in the classical game. In that opening, I beat him only with white. There was only one game that I beat Nakamura ever in a classical game. And that was the game where I played e4 and he played French. What am I eating? I'm eating a little bit of honey for the energy. e6, d5 and no gp8. That is not entirely true, because you start with the knight c3, f4, knight f3, bishop b5. And that's a lot of Azerbaijani players. Oh, I remember now. Knightish used to play this with white a lot, I think. In the past. You have to check it, guys. f4, d5, yeah, and then he just plays knight f3, right? So it's not Grand Prix, but it's still somewhere there. Should black try b6, a5? No. It is different. It is different. Yeah, people be known to play b6, a5 there is such line in the Slav also, that's correct, but it's not in this particular line. Not in that particular situation. Okay. So what is going on here? Yeah, this is not a great move, but I'm just testing my opponent to see if he sees it. If he sees the stuff that he needs to see. At least you won the first game when somebody did not play Chebanenko. I wonder what did your opponent play then? Close like Smyslov, Spassky, Tivikov, and don't forget D3, D4 plan. Yes, but that is different. Open Sicilian is best if you know what you're doing. But as always, that's always the case, isn't it? That is always the case. Alright, so I see that people are trying to be very tricky here. Yeah? Tricky guys. 94. I cannot play, yeah? Can I? Alright, let's see it. I'm gonna allow you to play this, so let's see. Oh my god, I don't have that. Oh, wait. Ah, I thought you were gonna play Rook D8, man. I thought they're gonna play Rook D8. Yeah, it probably doesn't matter. Yeah, Rook D8. Yeah, that's correct. Alright. But now your bishop is hanging, so I can just play Queen C4 maybe. Now that your bishop is hanging, I can just chill. I can just chill and take the bishop. Ooh. Tactics. I like that. That's beautiful stuff, by the way. I like that. Beautiful tactical play, sir. No, but that's too much. I mean, your rook is hanging in prize, right? Come on. Yeah, this is just too much, man. Too much. I should have played h6, but okay, whatever. Sacrificing too much stuff. But not bad. Because Queen c3 check and he takes my rook on a1. The tactic was that he took my bishop on e2. Yeah. Sometimes, like, the strongest protected piece can be attacked, yeah? Gaze, play opening Sicilian, g3. Mr. Lewis. Go easy on the LGBT topic, please. We actually are playing chess, which is equal to... Mr. Oliver Atom, you're supposed to play Slav Chebanenko. I offer you a draw. Alright. So... What is the idea behind a6? The idea is that black can develop his bishop to f5 and play b5. That's the idea. Okay. You made brilliant sack by the accidents? that happens. Okay, bishop g7. Yes, this actually has been played against me by some Indian kid in the Bavaria Championship. Alright. I think he prepared for this line, but you must also know how to play later, not just the opening part, right? Okay. So he managed to make a draw in the game, but he was very lucky to escape with a draw. Okay. Then it's time for e5. Then it is time for e5, because if you play on the both flanks, right, then it's only normal that you hit him in the center, right where it hurts. Right where it hurts the most. Bishop d4, okay. Trying to go for the structure, I guess. Yeah, if you okay, maybe I should not take on d4. Yeah, I was debating whether to play knight g4, which is probably stronger, and taking on d4. So now white is doing good. He is doing really good. All right, so but okay, it's still very solid. Still very solid for black. I think black is pretty comfortable. Probably white is better, but yeah, and then just knight g4 or something. Yeah, I think it's about equal. This looks like about equal. Banned? Greetings, Mr. Alma Fabio. Did we get raided? Greetings, everyone. Greetings. What? Carlson and Friends tournaments? Okay. What about Carlson and Friends tournaments? Alright, c5 looks normal. The reason I play knight c5, maybe I will transfer the knight to e6 instead, so that he covers the squares, right? Was spooking the rabbits from the garden, though nobody cares. Rabbits? My god. Garden? This is getting interesting. What garden? What rabbits? Is there Alice involved? e5 is not that great, to be honest. I think white should have worked to get his queen on c3 and get something along this diagonal. Because after knight d4, I think black is doing good now. Because the pawn on e5 is kind of hanging. Alright, it's a pawn. I thought I was winning completely, but turns out I'm not winning. It turns out I was just bluffing. Wait, there is mate in 1. My god. I don't see mate in 1, guys. My god. That's unbelievable. I'm missing mate in 1. Okay. Oh god. You don't see guys mate in 1? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay. Because I had a feeling there should be something in that position, right? Not seeing mate in 1, that is true. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, not seeing mate in 1, because I feel there must be something in this position. So I panicked and started considering knight h3, queen g4, and then I'm looking where else can my queen go. Then I realized my queen can go to h1. Hey, that's a good place. It's just check. Wait, it's not only a check, it's a mate. My god. And that is how you discover mate in 1, right? By elimination. Where can my queen go? It can go to g4, d5, f6, or h1. Oh, we got extra square for the queen to go. Yeah. Nice square. Hey, yeah. All right. That's how I played this game again. Ilya again. Next point. That's how I got knight c5 d4 in against Shankland at some point, but with rook on a8 though. And my queen was on c8. He blundered at knight c5 d4. You guys see the position, right? In this game, X point versus Ilya. So that's why I played bishop e6 with the queen on b3. There's always knight c5 and d4 trick. So white has to watch out for that. As like in almost all my openings that I play, I always seem to develop my bishop to g7. It could be Grunfeld, it could be Dutch, it could be Slav Schlechter, it could be King's Indian, it could be also Pierce, right? They all involve fianchetting the bishop. Okay. All right. Now you know the right move, which is h3, right? h3, bishop f4. Well, no, g3 is not that great. g3 is not that great, man, but all right. Bishop g5. All right. I don't know why, but okay. Bishop f4 then. Bishop f5, I mean. Normal Slav development of the bishop. Preparing also knight e4. And also queen c8, but let's finish the development. In this, that's how you normally develop with black in this position. Bishop goes to g7, bishop goes to f5, and then it's either knight e4 or bishop e4 like a true Grunfeld, alright? Because you need to open this bishop in order for you to play e5. Otherwise you don't get to play e5. But now that he played e3, now you can actually play bishop g4 and then you have e5. That's when you need to trade your bishop for this knight, because this knight, he controls the e5 square, and this is a closed position. And in a closed position, knights are stronger than bishops. And now you play e5, and black is equal. All right. In fact, in fact, usually in this type of positions, I always start fighting for an advantage when I get something like this, because this pawn on d4 is gonna get really weak. You don't play e4 here. Don't play e4 because there is no attack, right? You gotta take on d4 and then start hitting it with everything. With everything you've got. And of course, also h6 might help, yeah? But if it doesn't, then knight of 8 e6. Knight e4. And you start hitting this pawn, because white, this bishop, he is sort of completely cut. He's very dumb. Yeah, he has no targets. It's very long ways for white to get his bishop to c8. If white allows you to play a5, you should immediately play a5, because again, you're disrupting white's pawn chain here. Potentially you can play b6, and after queen b6, the a pawn will be holding these two pawns, and you'll have targets again. So, yeah, but this is really bad move, man. You cannot capture with your pawn. You just gave me everything again. You gave me too much. And of course, the second pawn. Yeah, that's what I said. You start attacking these pawns, and they usually travel together. You get one, usually means you get the other as well. So this is this quickly unraveled for white. Thank you for subscribing, Mr. Sir Zoki Rochester. Kramnik was streaming earlier. Really? I didn't know that. I didn't know that he streams. I think he was just answering Q&A question. So, yes, in a way it is Benoni, but I kind of like to think of it as more of a Grunfeld. More of a Grunfeld. He did Banter Blitz. Yeah, it's different because all the participants of that Magnus tournament, they have to do this Banter Blitz thing. My God, f5 wins for white in Ilya versus X Point. Black just missed the huge opportunity to play. Yeah, f5 just wins, yeah? My God, Rook g6 was terrible. Woo. Alright. And the Titanic moves on, keeps going, right? Yeah. Yeah, so yesterday was interview with Chucky, and today is interview with Kramnik. Best advice to chess novice, study your endgames and do your tactics. If you mess up your opening, you can kill your opponent in the middle game and in the end game, because those are the skills that will be always present to you. Alright? But the opening knowledge you can always get later. Alright, I'm gonna play a4 again. This is the only time where I don't play g6 actually. Yes, a5 is a move, however, I stopped playing a5 because of this line. Usually here I play g6, but not anymore. Yes. So g6 is bad. Knight a6 is probably better, yeah. Maybe you can try even a6 and then knight a6, yeah, maybe. Alright, a5. Actually, I messed up. After a5, white is supposed to play bishop f4, bishop g5, and then e3. Alright, so I messed up. I messed up white's plan. Yeah, I mixed up with g6. Alright, never mind. Yeah, now black is fine, actually. Yeah, he's fine. Black is fine. So if I do this, then I play 95. Oh, you play 95. My God, I pre-moved. Yeah, you see what happens when I pre-move? I misplay pre-moves. Otherwise I would play e4, of course. In this case, g4 looks very good. g4 looks excellent. Yeah, this structure is really bad for black. Yeah, this is really bad because of this a4, a5, which makes this a huge weakness. Huge weakness. My god, this is like one of those lines in Chigorin defense, right? Black cannot capture because of bishop b5 and his king has nowhere to go. Bishop d7 is the only move. Correct. Oh my god. Yeah, this looks absolutely terrible for black. Maybe he can survive, I don't know. Maybe he can survive. But not for long, yeah? Not for long. Well, I think there's only one move that he can do. Well, my books are mostly in hardcover format. There were talks about doing them in the regular format, but I don't know. Those were just the talk. That was just the talk. Well, congratulations, black survives. Black survives. All the squares are taken. And king marches to glory. Right. Okay. No problem. Fair. Yeah. So in this Andromeda game, I play a5 with black, always in this structure. Good move by Andromeda. Now black is worse. Yeah, because he is stuck with the inferior structure here. Yeah. Good game by Andromeda, by the way, so far. Yeah, you can see this passive openings are very hard for practice, especially for the players who like active play, right? But you gotta learn how to defend passive positions. It's an important skill. All right, here I traditionally play g6. Knight c6. Standard, right? Yeah, this is equal. I usually give up my bishop because I kind of like my knights. And I don't have to worry about pawn structure anymore, right? Because my bishop is of the correct color. So all my pawns are automatically on the correct color and my bad bishop is gone. So that's the reason why I like this structure, right? For black. But white has a pair of bishops, which is important. And then you play rook c8 and put this bishop here, trade all the rooks, and just make a draw. This is how to play for a draw. I mean, how to equalize. I mean, oftentimes when you're just stronger player, then you can outplay your opponent, but don't count on it to happen very often. And knight a7, which is another reason why you like this pawn on a6, because you have nifty moves like knight a7, and knight can just basically, if I take, my god, white just lost his pawn, because knight has this ability to go to b5, right? So white just loses a pawn for no reason. So you have to be careful. That's why you need to improve your pieces. This bishop should have been on e2, because on f3 is doing nothing. So either you play bishop e2 or you play e4 and try to open your bishops, right? Because if you have pair of bishops, you're supposed to open the diagonals for your bishops. But this way, you see, he loses this pawn on a3. And you get to trade one bishop, which is always a good news. Now the knight goes to b5. And then knight goes to this perfect square for a knight in this position. This is the perfect square. Guys, this is important, all right? This is the perfect square just in everything in this position. Perfect square for knight. He's untouchable by the bishop, and he protects so many vital squares, right? He is just the absolutely monstrous knight. So this is important, guys. This knight on d6, he is the dude, all right? He's like the mega dude. All right, just a5, and boom, the pawn. This pawn is a keeper. All right, so extra pawn for black. What else can you dream of from the opening, right? This rook on c6 is also kind of funny. You can try funny stuff like this, just pin him, right? I mean, normally I like to have my queen and knight versus bishop and queen. So I'll play something like queen b8 and go for some extended stuff. But here I like this move. King g7, so we're preparing rook c8. Okay, he's ready for that. Knight goes to c4 then. creating some small threats of knight b2, for example. And also protecting the pawn and preparing potentially rook b2, rook b8, rook b2. Shall I be sorry for flagging? No, because you have 1 second increment, so flagging is basically impossible, I think. But if somebody flags you, feel free to block them just like I do. Just kidding. Come on. Come on, guys. Be nice to each other. Don't try not to flag. I flagged almost every game. Mr. Andromeda. Well, at least you get some practice in some area, right? You can only block if you have been US champion. I'm just kidding. Don't block people. Come on. Yeah. I mean, first you need to be a grandmaster first. Then you can block people later. Yeah. Your famous fucking pets are like. Well, come on, guys. Oh my god. Well, you don't just block for the sake of blocking, right? You do that. I do that because I have principles in chess which I follow, which is a standard I have for a lot of people. And if you have a certain principle, I believe you should follow it as well, right? Because it makes life so much easier when you have certain rules, right? Some things should be done, and etc. So it's one of those rules that I have developed for myself to help me deal with the aggravating situation. So I don't get tilted, so I don't get mad, so I don't repeat the FFL episode again. I just block people, and that's it. I don't have to think about it again. Or meeting that person again. There were, of course, exceptions, because if it is some kind of a title Tuesday title tournament, then I meet those people anyway. But remember how I wanted to block somebody, and then discovered he was already blocked by me before? And I was like, oh man. Alright. Alright, this is the main line by white, actually. This is very safe line. This is how you can play with white. And yeah, this is very safe way for white to play. I recommend this way. If you don't know anything how to deal with Chebanenko with white, just play something like this. Very safe, very solid. You cannot lose, almost, alright? You can't. I'll show you some ways probably in this game. Because, yeah, but that's the only thing you should not do with white. You should not play e4, because after the trade, your bishop on b2 will be really, really not that great. Alright? And you're gonna have weakness on d4, basically on permanent basis. So I'm gonna pile up on this pawn now, and white will be in a lot of trouble. Alright? So that is the only thing that I do not recommend white to do. Is to play e4. You have to play, you have to dance, you have to be patient. Ideally, you want to put your knight on d3. Alright? And then go for c5, b4, b5, maybe f4, something like that. It's not easy. It's never been easy. It has never been very easy. Alright, this rook goes to d8. To prevent all that fancy d5 stuff. And then we're gonna, again, pile up on this pawn on d4. Ooh, you're giving my knight perfect square. I like that. And now the knight goes to d5. And this pawn is weak, and black is better. The computer disagrees. He says that it's about equal, but I think black is already better. I mean, if you force white to make such concessions in structure, he has to play very accurately to keep the balance, because otherwise one wrong move and black is much better. Okay. Well, I don't only block them because they're cheating. I also block them because they're flagging, right? If they title player and they're flagging me, then I block them. They don't even have to be titled. I mean... And now why are you stuck with this very weak pawn? А можно еще что-нибудь, кусочек какой-нибудь, вкусняшки какой-нибудь? Ой, прости, пожалуйста. Я тебя отвлек?
Нет, 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 я как раз просила. Вот, пожалуйста, вкусняшка.
Спасибо, я просто не хотел тебя прерывать. Спасибо. I mean, white should not play f4. You can lose the d4 pawn, but then if you block it on d3, you can still hope for a draw. But if you play f4, there's a second weakness. Two weaknesses is not good. Vlad is a smurf? Who is Vlad? He fought great for 1500. Oh, Vlad. Okay. Yeah. He's not a smurf. He is just a Vlad. No, not Con Vlad. We know who Con Vlad is. No more mystery about that. No more mystery about Con Vlad. What do you think of the Caracan for black? It's decent, but it requires a lot of analysis. No. I worked with Vlad in the past, but I like this bishop d8 and c3. Perfect. Beautiful. But, yeah, rook b7. Andromeda, good job, man. Very good job. Alright, I'll show you how to play g3 line. Oh, hey Frappuccino man, what's up? Vlad Artemyev, I disagree. He won a lot of tournaments. He won Gibraltar, right? He had huge success in some other tournaments. So, there is always the Achilles point for black, the pawn on b7 in the structure. So it's always a problem with how to deal with it. I mean, c5 looks tempting in a lot of cases, yeah. Can I just grab it? Okay. Do you really want to take on c5? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so. Although, who knows? Who knows? 95 probably, yeah. Ну, прости, солнышко мое. Okay. Take on f5 maybe. 97 looks good, yeah. This looks good. Because we need to cut off this queen's escape along this diagonal, and then I'm gonna grab this pawn on b7. That is the plan. Okay. This is actually interesting. This is interesting. But if I play this first, then I can grab this, yeah. And grab this. Check. Okay, this does look very interesting. Alright, let's see it. Take. Oh, I thought they're gonna take on e2, take rook h2, but now it's just probably lost, yeah. Because now you have no compensation at all. Probably should have played rook e2, rook h2 and go for that line. Still think white is probably winning there, but king h3 maybe, yeah. I don't know, should be winning. Because there's mate coming, so you have to defend against mate first. My mate is faster than his. Alright guys, b5 was good too, maybe. Bishop f4, why? Not necessary, but I like bishop f4. No chance against boss. That's not true. Hello? Hey, what's up, cats? Water power. Alright, let's check it out. Water power, you have still... Let us see it. Alright, IMs are always welcome. Lichas patrons are welcome. Water power, you're here. Okay, you're in. Alright guys, now you can join the arena if you want. Okay. Alright. Do you prefer borscht with or without sour cream? Sour cream, I love sour cream. Sour cream is awesome. Okay. Sir Zoki Rochester, you already accepted. Yes, I saw you, man. You accepted, man. The Russian sour cream? I don't care whatever sour cream it is, I'm just gonna eat it. Спасибо большое. Yeah. So you guys can join now. Join the arena. But it's thematic. You have to play Chebanenko today, alright? Those new players, you have to play Chebanenko Slav. Black and white. No exceptions. If you find yourself in a different opening, just offer a draw to your opponent and then and play Chebanenko. Alright. Knight h5. Whoa. Oh my god, knight h5. What is knight h5? Crazy. I don't remember this move. Probably bishop g5. Knight f6. Then you definitely take this, because this structure is not good for black, I think. In general, the structure is not good for black. Because this pawn takes away this important the square from black's bishop on f8. There's a similar line in Dutch defense, where too Black has double pawns and then big problems with the bishop developing on this diagonal. Alright, but maybe I'm wrong. Let's see. So you're allowed to speak Russian here. You are allowed to speak Russian, but don't tempt the moderators of the channel, alright? Because this is the English-speaking channel mostly. I mean, on occasion we do understand that a lot of Russians are here, but please be mindful of the people who are in the channel. Because unfortunately Russian is still not the universal language, but English is. But if you are in the Russian channel, then you guys have to learn some Russian. That's pretty much normal, yeah. So whenever you have a chance to play b6, I strongly believe that b6 should be played, because this allows you to create huge potential sacrifices on the here in the endgame. And the endgames are great for white. Alright, so just to demonstrate that point, I'm gonna exchange all the heavy pieces and go into the endgame, which black will be doomed passively to defend forever. Yeah. And then basically rook a7. So this knight goes to e2 to prevent potential. Oh, you give up the pawn. Scared, huh? You're scared, aren't you? You were scared of my mass pawn here. But now you grab to some pawns, yeah? Alright. Sounds like a fair deal. It does sound like a fair deal, so let's put the rook a1. Bishop has to take. Right. And black has 3 pawns. Maybe it is enough. Maybe it isn't. Who knows? We'll find out. Together! We will find out. b1. Okay. I don't like queen c3. Kind of like h4. Yeah, okay. So probably I have to play e4 at some point, right? Because if I have more pieces, that means I need to open the position to get some space for my pieces, right? That makes sense, right? At least that makes sense theoretically. Because now see, he got his advanced pawns, but I got some squares for my pieces. My knights lack squares, and now we induced my opponent to make some moves. So I got now some squares, which is a good thing, of course. Okay, grab this bishop, play e5. Now we have wonderful plays on d4, and we're gonna open this king. We managed to open this king. And I'm gonna play queen d4, and I'm gonna block this entire pawn formation here. Okay. So rook e1. Some potential threats somewhere. Sorry about the flag, man, but I don't know. At the end, let's see the analysis, right? What is this position? Well, the computer shows it's +1. I don't know. I think white is much better, to be honest, but maybe you have some chance, but I think it's +2.7, a little bit too much. So, not bad. Not bad. That was very interesting piece sacrifice, man. Kinda like beer and pizza? No, that's true. I don't like beer, but I do like pizza. Napa actually is... Napa actually has been doing English streams, right? Lately. So he is actually doing a lot of English streams. In English, I mean. Wow, what language is that? What language is that? Are you tired of the Karpov 96 match, you mean? What do you mean? Why should be I tired? I don't like Corona beer? I don't like beer at all. If you guys remember, I told you long ago a story. Actually, you can play bishop f5 here, but I don't like that move. I mean, it's just a taste, right? I told you guys a story. When I was a kid, my dad was drinking a lot and he was smoking a lot, and I was like trying to understand why he's doing that. And I couldn't understand it. So I thought, well, maybe if I try it, I'll see why that he likes doing that stuff, right? So I basically took a cigarette and I tried to smoke it. And then it was like so god awful. Then I was like, oof, like what is it that this sucks, right? So I'm never gonna do this. And it's basically went same thing for the alcohol, except I didn't drink alcohol, but I drank a lot of champagne, because in Russian New Year, you drink a lot of champagne, right? So, and my dad used to give me champagne when I was like 5, 6 all the time. But not much, only on New Year's, right? So, you know, I got used to it, but then I really tried some cognac and I didn't like it. And I was like, okay. So I tried those things once and I didn't like it. All right. That was the end of it. All right, I like a5 here. Thank you for subscribing, Mr. Zarakitai. My top favorite fast food? There is no favorite fast food. I like slow food. Alright. I don't know if pizza is fast food though. If it is fast food, then the pizza is probably the only exception that I like. I haven't eaten good pizza in years now, right? I haven't eaten pizza in years now. Because Russians, they don't really know how to make pizza. They do have some places where you have very close approximation to a good pizza, but still not quite like it. I should try cocaine. My God. How about you should try not to use any cocaine? Dude, I mean, I'm a gamer, right? I've been addicted to gaming all my life. I don't need another addiction, okay? I mean, gaming is a serious addiction by itself. So I have enough addictions as it is. At SPB, many pizza restaurant? Probably, yes. Do Americans make good pizza? They make excellent pizza. What are you talking about? American Italians, I mean, right? Not just any Americans. Yeah, dude, you don't walk with your knight all over the place and then you allow me to trade it because that was your only good piece in the structure. You need to put this knight somewhere on e5 or c5, right? Because now you have no counterplay at all. Now I can just basically push my pawns at your king, and your bishops, they are useless. I had a game like this with white, and I had a game like this with black. And when I was playing white, I was really unhappy because you know, this position really sucks. Both the white bishops, they just suck, right? I'm not. I'm just being very honest, all right? This is not how you want to play with white this position. This is not how you want to play this. So you really need that knight. Because, for example, if I had played f5, g5, now you had the knight, you could play knight e5 now. And then support him with f4, and you get sort of the, you know, you have a lot of fight left. But right now, it's really not going to go great, because minority attack, I'm going to focus on this pawn on e3, and just pretty much good night. f4, gf3. This pawn is still under attack, right? Okay. Cocaine, crack, and meth. Dudes, you need to go back to the 60s. Add the LSD to your mixture, right? I heard so many stories from my older American friends about those times. Yeah, that's pretty. We didn't have a computer, man. Chess Daily. I was reading a lot of kids' books because we didn't have computers in Russia, right? The one computer I got was Commodore 64. It was like considered the whoa, dude. He's got the Commodore 64. Nobody else has it in Russia, like in my class. And then people like whoa. Then of course we get to the US and people look at me like Commodore 64. Man, this is so old. What are you using it for? I was like, okay, shifting perspectives. Yes, I was very upset about the losing games, because every lost game destroyed my dad's goal of me becoming world champion. It was delaying the journey. So he was pretty mad. He was all about saving time. Because his favorite book character was that guy from Jack London's novel, right? He was always doing something. He was never sleeping, basically. He was always doing something. My God, he must have been on crack, really. Jack London, of course, never wrote about it. But otherwise, how else could he be awake, sleeping for 3-4 hours a day, and do so many things, right? Unless you're on crack. It's impossible. Alright, so knight e5. Interesting move. Alright, let's offer him the trade. f4. Jesus Christ, man. He's got balls to do this. Alright, let's just trade him. I'm gonna play f6 and we're gonna undermine this whole structure. That is how you play against such aggression. Because black has lead in the development. White played c5, he played g4, f4, and he's not even castled yet. So you undermine. Streamer 2? I don't know, man. I can only give you an advice how to get better in chess. Somebody bought a computer for $1,000 in foreign market and sold for $75,000 in Soviet Union. I don't know. Martin Eden, probably. He slept a little, worked hard, and learned a lot to impress his platform from the rich family. No, that's different. The book I am talking about is about the dude. He was running, doing gold mine runs, or he was doing something. Martin Eden is about the writer, right? The sailor who became a writer. But this book was about the guy who became a banker, right? That was a banker. And so it was different. Yeah, I know what are you talking about. I love that book also, but Martin Eden is different. Martin Eden is definitely different. So there was also this book. It was called, in Russian it's «Время не ждет». Alright? That's the name of the book. «Время не ждет». I don't know what's it in English. Chess 960 is a solution to all modern chess theory. That is correct. That's not only what I think, that's what a lot of grandmasters think. But of course, you know, FIDE run one World Chess Championship in Chess Fisher, right? I think we saw an amazing match between Wesley So and Magnus Carlsen for the title, right? But that's it. They stopped the experiment, and I think it was a huge success, to be honest, but probably not many people like the fact that Magnus lost to Wesley. I mean, the final was run at the in Norway, right? And yeah, I thought it was a huge success, to be honest, but maybe FIDE didn't think it that way. All right, so I'm gonna grab this pawn also. We like to grab pawns. I mean, white's bishop on g2 is so bad, and black has knight and bishop. Black has tremendous compensation. I would say that white is much worse, but I don't know. I'm kind of careful. Queen f6. Okay. So what is this position? What is this position? I think black is better again. Alright, grab more pawns. Grab more pawns. Grab more pawns. Protect. I think I have 5 pawns, yeah? That's bloody a lot. Alright. That's it. Congratulations, everybody, for the Finnish tournament. Hopefully you guys learned a lot. Martin Eden was one of my favorite novels. Absolutely brilliant. That's correct. Khanty-Mansiysk, Russian chess capital or something? No, that's not true. But they do stage a lot of Olympiads. They're supposed to be chess Olympiad earlier this year in the Khanty-Mansiysk, but they've been running like so many World Cups, right? And they've been running a lot of Olympiads. And I don't know what they say, but the Olympiad they ran in 2010, I believe, in Khanty-Mansiysk was one of the best, to be honest. I remember I was during the Bermuda night, yeah. Yes, I was trying to, you know, each team, each Olympic team was given actually basically pretty young, pretty university age girl who was fluent in their language, right? As a guide and also a helper. A lot of them were very pretty, right? Our team was given some really strange person because we were Americans. So I was trying to help our guys, but introducing them to a lot of Russian girls, right? And during the Bermuda party, I think, you know, Americans were very happy. Our guys were very happy to meet a lot of those girls. And All right. Basically, people had a lot of good time. All right. They got a Grand Prix next Monday. Okay, Grand Prix. You guys want Grand Prix Sicilian next Monday? Fine. Let's do Grand Prix. That's fine. I have 2 zeros because I offered a draw in less than 30 moves. If you do that, you get 0. All right. You basically, that doesn't count at all. Yeah. Yeah. I was like a wingman. Yeah. So that was a great Olympiad, actually, I think. And for many people, Bermuda Party is like one of the highlights of the chess Olympiad. But of course, the main highlight is that you meet so many people, so many old friends, right? But I figured, you know, I'm too old and still this is important competition, so I left the spot for the youngsters on the team. Спасибо большое, родной. And that's it. All right, so guys, let me do the raid, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the tournament, the arena. So let's see who we have tonight doing the streams. Chess lesson with Hikaru, okay. Chazilla, no. Let's see who we have. Blitzstream, Big Greek, that's my mug. And then we have Montag in German, English channel. We're definitely not gonna raid the engines because there is no point. We have this girl in English, I don't know who she is. Igor Chess in French. That's probably Igor Natov, I think, yeah? Zubov is doing the Russian stream. Matt, Shach Coach, Portuguese, German, Spanish. I don't know. Who do you guys want me to raid? I don't distinguish between these guys. No. Alright, let's raid this English stream girl. I don't know who she is because I like English. We can raid this guy, but no, he's doing lessons with Hikaru. I don't know. Alright, so let's raid this person. And we like to raid different people, alright? That's the point. Because she speaks English, so you can ask her questions, right? You need to communicate with the streamer. That's very important. That is very important, guys. And we're gonna go. Yeah. Okay. There you go.